teetering low, and not far off. It was the first we thought that lob cross was going to end up well above the bar. Bland. Stocksbridge presses working well as Bland will get it out looking towards the right and headed away well by Tinker, but only going to go back now to McGrath. In fact, trying to find the right side again. Will find it well, but then Deakin, tackles, just giving it back to the midfielder into middle, looking for Timon, but Eagledon steps in and clears it away. But it's only back now with Hawkins. Ball down the channel to the right-hand side. Looking to get it onto his left, but being held up. Back out now to Hawkins, puts the ball in, blocked. And then here comes a volley over the bar, and thought that hit a house then for a second. Cameron Wilson scoring for the team relegated to that division. Well, going forward, head away into midfield. O'Connor knocks it forward before it's cleared up. Owen will head it up away into the air. Turner fighting for it sideways, but loses out. Chimalio will continue forward, turns well onto his right, takes a shot. Met by a brilliant tackle by Turner. Chimalio gets the ball back though, and then Stocksbridge eventually do almost get away. They just pass it back to Collins. Collins out to the left now to Harrison. Harrison moving on this field, will take a shot. It ends up skimming on the ground, and Townsend will claim that pretty simply. Alex O'Connor and Curtis Turner hovering on the edge of the area. Deakin lofts it in, looking for Owen, gets the header, it's on target, but it bounced on the ground before Blanton gets it. Watts here, who will have a bit of a tussle with Tinker, and Tinker does well, gets it away, but nothing's been given for, that's Tinker went down, and then Tinker goes down against the second tackle there. Tinker will carry the ball forward. Ball going forward, looking for Grejlak, knocks onto Marshall, comes off the back of his leg, but Grejlak knocks it sideways to O'Connor, who's got a chance to run into it, onto some space on this right wing. Charles will still like an ocean. O'Connor will get in the middle, Rawson tries to get in the middle, Rawson dribbling, he's got the chance for the shot, takes a shot, just wide, Lou Rawson! He does really well to take it wide, to get the space for the shot. Or is he now going to leave it for Connor Smith? Yep, leaves it for Connor Smith in the end. Going back within, cleared away. Rawson says sideways, Marshall drops back to collect, he's back to goal and he gets tackled and loses it to Hawkins, who gets out to Watts, flick on, look at Chimalio, some lovely football from Whitby, a beautiful back heel, powerful shot that ends up bouncing awkwardly wide in the end. The shot was the worst part about that, that was some liquid football from Whitby, but Collins comes away with it. Collins puts in the middle, looking for Chimalio, lovely pass to him, gets a shot from Charles, but into the middle to McGrath. McGrath's continuing, he's not being pressed, and he tries to get through the legs of Tinker, and then he goes back to Hawkins. Hawkins will take the shot straight to Townsend into the middle. Owen will clear it away, still on the edge of the area. Marshall's trying to get it out, but he's been tackled. Here comes McGrath, he's trying to do a few shaky legs, and then the tackle goes in from Owen, and then cleared away. The Steel survive for now, but with big options in the middle, like Luke Rawson and Elliot Owen, your two main targets in there. High left one, looking for the far post. Bland will punch it. O'Connor will put it right back in. No, my Eagledon off the line! Paul Eagledon almost with the goal. It's a lovely flicked on ball by O'Connor. He gets the head on this game. Reigns 0-0 here.
Work it, I'll work
Ball
it.
back to Smith, who will carry it forward.
Well done, all. Excellent.
Smith holds it up into midfield to
Well
McGrath.
played, keep going,
Then
Steele.
it goes to Nelson, then McGinley. McGinley then to Nelson again as Whitby try to figure out their plan of attack. They go down the right, McGrath who's pulled onto the right hand side here. Grejlak wrestling with him. Going to pull in and shoving between the two as McGrath will continue despite that. Goes down the right. Hello and welcome to Brackenmore for the Northern Premier League Premier Division commentary of Stocksbridge Park Steels and Cleethorpes Town. I'm your commentator Adam Allcroft, as we're finally here, much later than we expected. We were meant to be at home for our opening game, but that happens to be against Widnes. They unfortunately had to resign from the league, so a week and a half later we are here at Brackenmore, finally with a visiting team. And when you get promoted, you're thinking of all these new teams you could be facing, all these exciting different ones, different opponents, teams you've not seen for like 10, 15 years because they got promoted or you got relegated. Anyway, we're at home to Cleethorpes Town, who we faced last January. A familiar foe over the last few years. They were promoted with us, they were promoted as champions. We 9 points behind them in third place before winning the playoffs. Very familiar team. The Steels have only beaten Cleethorpes 3 times in their history, though 2 of those times have come in the last 3 years. as we like to go through the teams for you now. So for Stocksbridge Park Steels, it's Ben Townsend in goal, then Tom Charles and Jack Tinker in the full-back positions, Elliot Owen and Jazz Gundry at centre-back, Gundry coming in for the injured Paul Iggulden, Curtis Turner's the captain midfield, Oliver Greshlock moves into central midfield alongside Alex O'Connor, Danny Deakin also out with injury that he suffered during the Ashton game, Luke Rawson centre forward, and on the wings today are James Morris and Jack Watson. You know, we should have brought our second microphone out because Jordan Lemon was here training. We could have had him on co-commentary. Every time we had him for a half a commentary a few years ago, we won. So we're going to have to get the second mic out and just leave it up here for him. Or we'll invite him round just to sit beside the mic in the second half. And I need to put my phone in charge so we don't run out of internet during the game. So the Cleethorpes team will be as follows. It's Ollie Battersby in goal, then Ben Middleton, Ellis Farrar, Bailey Conway, James Blunden, Callum Foster, Adam Hoare, Brad Abbott, who's the captain, Josh Walker, and Aaron Braithwaite. So it's currently our captains, Curtis Turner and Brad Abbott, just doing the final few checks of our referee in the middle. Today is Declan O'Regan. He's been assisted by Idris Akhtar and Daniel McKee, with Ian Fulton, the observer, in the crowd. Handshakes on the benches between Ian Ritters and Craig Rouse, familiar foes from Step 4. Rouse obviously doing very well with Pontefract Collieries before moving to Cleethorpes at the start of last season. It's a move that's worked out for him, leading him to be champions of the division. As the referee's in the OK, Adam Hoare stands over the ball with the Stocksbridge fan base here, getting a bit of noise, ready as we get this game close to being underway. Final few checks from our officials here. And arm up from our referee, fact checking with the goalkeepers that everything is ready. Final few checks, and here we go. So Cleethorpes, well, nope, not here we go just yet. The game has stopped immediately. The kickoff was not taken properly, so we will have a retake of the kickoff. So we don't know why it was done, but obviously I think Cleethorpes went a bit too early, but now we are underway. Cleethorpes Town in the white shirts with a blue sash, with black shorts and white socks, and Cleethorpes immediately on the attack, whipped in from the middle by Walker over the top of it onto the edge of the area. Greshlock fights for it, and then Tinker will look to carry it away, beats one man, beats a second man. Jack Tinker's going forward, treads on the ball, but it's going to be given as a foul. That much noise for the Cleethorpes fans. I think Jack Tinker's just got away with one. So an early free kick for the Steels inside their own half. I think he thought the fact to slow down so it was because of a foul. So free kick from Townsend to take. So we are near the edge of the centre circle. This free kick as the Seals have bent down taking, and they've sent men forward. They're going to try and create an opportunity out of this. Right foot forward, looking to go the diagonal. He's looking for Gundry. Gundry gets the header, goes sideways, but then cleared away. Gundry will have a little bit more to this game than most. As a former Grimsby Borough player who contested the El Hadico against Cleethorpes Town, and that was a properly fierce rivalry. That's not a friendly one. They genuinely really disliked each other. When we've had Cleethorpes and Grimsby Borough committee members in front of us who used to cheer when we said that the other team had scored, Gundry will be bringing the fire into this game. As Charlesworth is just barged into the back by Braithwaite, who does kick the ball away there. Not spotted by the referee. That was a point we focused on last year. Seemed to have lost a bit on this occasion. And Stocksbridge have another set piece just inside the half. Charlesworth will take. He'll send the diagonal. He's looking for Rawson. Chase it down. Guess we'll get onto the end of it. No, it looks like Jack Watson who tried to get onto it. It's appeals for a corner from Watson. Instead, it's going to be given as a goal kick. Jack Watson not happy with that. He was the one trying to get on the end of that, head down from Rawson. Steele's yet to score this season in the first two games. not for lack of trying. We've seen some really good saves deny the steals. That went too far off either. Nil here with 2.5 minutes gone. Okay, we'll be back with the goalkeeper Battersby. This will be his first action of the game today. Sends the ball long. He's looking for Braithwaite. Big target man. Owen heads it away, but returned by Middleton. Braithwaite gets in the midfield. Gresham tries to knock it on, but Abbott hooks it over to the right wing. Awkward bring down, but he does get it past his man by the right winger. Braithwaite looks to hold on to the ball, and eventually Turner stabs it away, but only back to Abbott, who knocks it over the top. He's looking for Walker. Walker's looking to get in left-hand side, gets a shot off, blocked by Charles, and will go out for a throw-in. This has been end-to-end in the first 3 minutes of the match. Neither team's looking to sit back and just keep the clean sheet at the moment. Throwing to the about 20 yards out, flicked into the box, but Townsend will claim that. No one can get on. And it's back with the goalkeeper. Right-footed long. He's looking for Luke Rawson to try and hold this ball up, but head away if we can get to him. Goes out to Walker, tries to flick it past Charles. If he blocks it, throw in to Cleethorpes. Back on the left here with Farah. Launched forward, a hell of a throw on him, and it's well headed on by Braithwaite to Walker on the wing. Got nothing in there. Yeah, looking for a man in the middle. He's moved into the box. Right foot into the middle, 6-yard area. Brought down, but his path to the goal is blocked. Back to Walker on the left wing. He's trying to get it on, but he could get an overlap option from Braithwaite. Cross goes in, headed away, goes out to Morris. Morris looks to get down the channel to Watson. Watson trying to race onto it. Well read by Foster. Watson trying to harass him. Foster's being forced backwards. Foster then turns away from Watson and gets it down the channel. Gets it to Walker, and as he goes down, Craig Rouse is already in screamo mode. And already yelling at our linesman. Well, his assistant is Daniel McKee. And hopefully our officials will shout that down, because we have seen Rouse will use that to try and take control of the referees. Seen it a few times here over his years of management, not just at Cleethorpes, but at Pontefract in particular. So ball's going to be for Nicky Walker to take the free kick. So can you tell him to hold on? I'm nearly there. Sorry, the match does not wait for you. It waits for the clock of 1945. Ball's back here for Walker to take. Left-footed. Will put the ball in low, cleared away by Turner. Back to Abbott, who's going to put the ball back in, but Charles will head it away. Then knocked behind by Walker, but Abbott will return it into the box. Awkward bouncing ball, but the run of Hoare blocked off by Owen and Gundry will be back for Townsend. Owen and Gundry did get a chance to form a partnership a bit in pre-season when Gundry was a trialist. But a big test today. Well forward, Turner will head it back into the middle, then returned by Abbott. Charles sends it back. Rawson knocks it down, looking for Morris, but Morris can't get control of it. Cleared out. Gundry can only slice it up into the air, then heads it away into midfield. Awkward bounces it, made it to Conway, who gets it down the line, but will be cleared by Townsend in the box. 6 minutes gone. 0-0. Ball going long from Townsend. Headed away into midfield, picked up by Abbott. It's a blocked ball, and Grosjean gets tripped as he went onto it. And it will be a Stocksbridge free kick. Goal to update from elsewhere. Grimsby Borough, we're just talking about Cleethorpes' big rivals. The El Hadico play between them. They are leading 1-0 against Ossett United. That goal being scored by Tom Sawyer. We made all the Huckleberry Finn jokes last year when we played Grimsby Borough. We can't make any more now. We're not even in the same division. I'm sure he's sick of it and all. On Turner looking to get in the middle, headed down towards the goal, but no one there for it. Battersby will get it. Owen and Gundry were contesting that for the steals. launched forward by Battersby. Charlesworth will head it away, then Conway knocks it forward to the left-hand side here. But well in by Charlesworth, it stays in. Charlesworth will look to carry it out, but he dribbles it out of play. A real shame because he did well with the first tackle, but couldn't really get it out as the travelling Cleethorpes fans make a bit of noise to try and urge their team on. Ball back with Farrell launched forward, and Charlesworth heads it towards the edge of the area, picked up by Walker. Sideline for Abbott, he's unmarked, takes a shot, good shot, punched away by Townsend, goes to the edge of the area again, headed down by Braithwaite. Abbott will try and loop it into the box. Charlesworth gets enough on, claims for a push, very light one if it would have been. Charlesworth will carry it on, and now he sends it long looking for Rawson. Big long ball for Rawson, he's going to get this on the right hand side, needs some help in the middle, he hasn't got it yet, tries to play across, looking for Morris, cleared away before he can get to him, corner kick steal. Luke Rawson doing brilliantly there, holding up on the right wing. Didn't really get the help he needed immediately. Did a good job trying to find Morris. Middleton had to be aware, cleared out for a corner. Curtis Turner will go over to take. No Danny Deakin today, out with injury. He's the usual set-piece specialist. Jordan Barnett on the bench as well. His corners looked very dangerous the weekend. So to Turner, who set up quite a few from corners himself last season. He's even scored from a corner. That particular corner he's taken it from against Bridlington Town, another seaside team. Here comes a loop ball right into the middle, and Battersby gets the first punch and then claims it as it bounced to the ground. Eight minutes gone in this game, Rennes 0-0. As we go out now with Middleton on the right. Down the channel forward to Conway, bringing it down. Well, Gundry trying to get in on it, he does do so. And then he will clear it off Conway and get the throw in Stocksbridge's way. Clever play from Gundry. Now will launch this ball forward, up into the air, and then Connor tried to get to it, but won by Cleethorpes. They're a big team, but as the ball loose out to Owen, who sends it forward, look for Ross, who's on the left wing at the moment, head away from him, back to Morris, who sends it forward. Watson will look to chase this. It's pressure for Farah, who just get it out to the right, gets it quite nicely to Blunden, who then just boots it away. Turner misses out on that header. Owen will head it out to the right, but it'll be picked up by Walker. Back into midfield to Abbott, over now to Farah, who knocks it forward, and TC will win that. Tom Charlesworth, he's looking to bundle his way through, does bundle his way through. Can he get a cross in? Looks to get a cross in, blocked out for a Stocksbridge throw. Notts County leading 1-0 against Shrewsbury Town in the league. Christian Dennis that scorer. Ball goes back, he goes to Owen, who steps on the ball for a second, but then second time asking gets out to O'Connor. Now to Watson. Loses the ball though, and back in defence it goes. Watson with a point to prove today after being dropped entirely from the squad for Saturday's match. And Townsend will look for Watson now, but Farah heads it away. Ricochets kindly though, Watson trying to contest it, and will get it back into midfield for footing from Farah, clears it out. Owen wins a header to Charlesworth forward, back to Cleethorpes, so same one looking for the run of Hall, but well claimed by Townsend, who's been blocked by Hall as he wants the quick throw away. Ten minutes gone in this game, still 0-0. Ball long, looking for Morris, but away from him, back to Grejlak, who will bring it down. Now to Tinker. It's going forward. That's looking for Rawson. It's a nice pass to Rawson. Foster's there trying to put the ball in, just over Morris's head, headed away. Another corner kick, Stocksbridge, who have looked lively in attack so far in this game. Another corner from that left-hand side for Curtis Turner to take. Jazz Gundry is going to be a hell of a target. Not actually many goals all for Gundry over the last few seasons, just one last year. Surprised at how big a target he is from this sort of situation in particular. Ball into the middle, header's just wide! Just lucky, I think it was James Morris there who connected the header on the edge of the 6-yard area. Just didn't get the clean enough contact. It was a glancing effort that went wide of the goal, but Stocksbridge have looked good so far going forward. Back now with Battersby. Last year, Stocksbridge did take Cleethorpes on in the first midweek match at Brackenmore of the season. It was a 1-1 draw there. That was both fixtures, actually. Both ended up the same way. Stocksbridge taking the lead before there was an equaliser.
from Cleethorpes later on in the match. Cleethorpes did everything to equalise at their ground. It was a shame that we couldn't hold on there, but it was a great performance. The corner there, winning the 50-50. Sends one down the channel, look for Watson, just puts a bit in the middle, allows Foster just to get in and clear it out. Headed on into midfield to Walker, knocks it on, looking for Walker, but Owen's there, clears it up, gets a clip at the end, Elliot Owen from Walker. And it must have hit the car park because we didn't get it in the top of the stand. Here is Farah will come over to take this throw in. Into the middle, back to Farah, taking the touch, and then to Braithwaite, who's deep at the moment. Abbott almost tackled by Morris, escapes that, gets it out though now to Middleton, who will come forward looking for the pass on the wing, and while it was a good pass, Hall wasn't able to get onto it and it would go out for a goal kick. So back now for Townsend to take. So it's just taking some time there, and Townsend's returning to the 6-yard area. There's a bit of discussion about football between Ian Richards and the referee, Declan Reagan. The referee that ball got taken for a repumping, and he wanted to have it back on the pitch, but the referee says no, we'll take for this one for now. Rawson heads it back into midfield. Grejlak can't win it, but it goes out to Owen, who heads it into that area again. A bit of collision between Blunden and Rawson. Both teams, I think, were appealing for a free kick. None was given, which seems fair when both teams appealed. It's now gone out for a Cleethorpes throw in their own half. So ball going back with Middleton. Launch forward. Headed on. Gundry looks for Ben blocked, and Gundry will turn it forward again. Headed back in return and brought down by O'Connor. Out left to Grejlak, knocks it through the legs of his man before O'Connor sends a pass forward with the outside of his foot, easily picked up by Blunden, whose clearance is blocked and out for a Cleethorpes throw. Stocksbridge's little flurry of attack seems to have been muted for now. Back now with Middleton. Cleared upfield again, and Rawson knocks onto Watson. Pushed it out, looking for Rawson again. Tried to get forward, took a block though, and Cleethorpes was able to clear, but only back to Turner, who's like trying to find the space on the left wing. He hasn't got the pace to find it though, and now a potential counter attack is going on with Conway down the right, who seems to be going everywhere. Ball forward to Hall, tried to flick it through and spin round. Wasn't able to do it. It's back with Townsend now. Blythe Town have taken the lead against Heaton Stannington in the MPL East. That goal coming from Sam Fishburn. All going long, headed away by Blunden. Bit of ricochet between the two midfields before a pass forward by Cleethorpes goes all the way back to Townsend. Quickly distributed down to Charlesworth, put up to Watson. Trying to get it back to Charlesworth, blocked. It will be a throw into Stocksbridge. Charles in the middle to Turner, back to Charlesworth, who lumped it forward, looked for Morris, appeals for an offside. Morris, I think 40 might have been, so he went deeper. Now he's on the ball, and Turner heads it forward. Return, Morris will try to get the ball under control, does do so. He's got Freeman round him, tries to slice a pass through to Watson, but was met by Foster before he could get to it. It has gone out for a Stocksbridge throw-in. Ball here on the right-hand side. In the middle looking for Rawson, tries to get it to the edge there to Watson, who does get it, but that's forward blocked. Grejlak's trying to rescue it, but Hall picks it up. Tinker then gets it. Tinker's trying to go through, but blocked, and he gets a free kick. And this is a chance to put a good ball into the box from this sort of 35, 40 yard out distance. Turner will head over to take. Stocksbridge was so strong from set pieces last year. They want to utilise that strength again this year. Rochdale have taken the lead against Gateshead. Ethan Banks Landell has scored. So again, there's those big options in the box like Jazz Gundry and Elliot Owen and Luke Rawson and James Morris. There's 4 big targets to aim at. Watson and O'Connor looking to feed on scraps. Ball looking for that far post, but easily claimed by the goalkeeper. Owen and Gundry are blocking Battersby off from kicking it out long quickly. And Charles could only head it backwards. Tinker has to be aware, Townsend also, but Lankley just dropped into Townsend's box in his arms before Hall could get to it. 0-0 here, 17.5 minutes gone. Townsend looks to get it out to the right side, but over the top of Charles of Cleethorpes throwing. Ball now on this left-hand side with Farah.
Where's he going, ref?
Launching it forward. Charlesoff will head it away. Morris tries to contest it, does head it on, but only for Farah to pick it up. He's looking for a big switch, and it's going to be a good one if Hall can bring this down because he's going to get it in the box. He does, brings it into the box. Back to the edge of the 6-yard area. Shot blocked by Gundry. Goes back to Abbott now on 30 yards out, being forced to the side. Gives it to Middleton. He's trying to go forward, being met by Rawson out defending. Rawson then gets in between body and ball, and it goes out for a throw-in, and Rawson turned into a really good defender there. Just looking around as Brackenmore today, very good attendance here for our return to the MPL ground. We'll get numbers confirmed in the second half, but looks like even though it's a Wednesday night, and you know, not the nicest of nights, it's very grey here at Stocksbridge. We might be in the middle of August, but it is about 15 Celsius and a bit chilly, as it is typical here, but looks like a good showing, which we're glad to see. Back in midfield, Watson almost robs it, then back into defence. Ball going long to Gundry, goes over Gundry's head, and Townsend will collect it. Ball going forward by Townsend. Tries to get it back forward, and just goes to Walker, who tries to get it down the wing. It's going to stay in, actually. Ghosting into it is Walker, being held up by Owen now. Gets it sideways here to Braithwaite, switched out to Hall. Looking for the shot here, missed tackle by Graves. Like, here comes the shot, blocked by Owen. It will deflect out and be a corner kick for Cleethorpes, who looking good from a distance. 19.5 minutes gone. Cleethorpes have their first corner of the game. So ball will be on this left-hand side for this corner kick. Look towards the near post, almost nipped in at the near post. It's Elliot Owen who was aware of it and headed it away, back with Cleethorpes on the left wing. Back now to Braithwaite, to Abbott, who's not been pressed, but then back to Braithwaite. Going to put the diagonal ball into the box, goes out, and then a header will get it, and it's out for a goal kick. So back now with Townsend, who will have this goal kick after the Steel survived that corner, but only just about. It was Owen heading that away from the line that prevented that sneaking in at the near post. Townsend will take it, right-footed. Forward in, headed away by Conway, shortest man on the pitch. And then knocked over the top for Hall, racing out. Townsend will head it away on the edge of his area. He didn't know if he catching it would get him sent off. Now Grejlak, who sends it down the channel. Rawson tried to hold it up, but Cleethorpes will win out in that 50-50. Forward it goes. Back into midfield to Abbott, who's trying to dictate play. Knocked over the top, looking for Walker. Blocked by Owen, now out to Charles, who sends it short to Watson. Watson trying to go past, but then goes back to O'Connor, who sends it down that channel where Watson normally would be, but he's back helping out. So back with Cleethorpes, who get it forward. Owen tries to get it away, and Turner tries to get out to the right, and it will go out for a throw, and it's going to be a Cleethorpes throw, who are having the better of the game at the moment. Back it goes, Farah quickly taken, good looking cross in. Townsend will claim it. Bodo Glimt to 1-0 against Sturm Graz in the Champions League. Hoff the scorer. Ball going forward, headed away though by Foster. Stocksbridge will have the throw in. Charlesworth now. Steels just need to keep the ball up at this end, I think, for a bit. They've had a bit of pressure on their goal for the last 5 minutes. Kind of flicks it onto Turn, tries to flick it on, but then possession is lost. Now to Tinker, will lump it forward. Watson's trying to peel off and see if it can do for it, but it's too high, too far. Cleethorpes throwing. The exact opposite of what Stocksbridge would have wanted, is giving the ball away cheaply back to the Owls. The ball goes forward, but won by Watson, but only get back to defence. But it's headed back to Grezlak, who's trying to tink it far out to the wing. Forward it goes to Morris. 1-2, looking to find Grezlak. Great football. Cross being played in, deflects. It's going to be another corner, the third corner for the Steels. Both have been dealt with by Cleethorpes so far, but third time's lucky, isn't it, as they say. Stocksbridge look for their first goal of the season. Again, those options, Luke Rawson, Jazz Gundry, Elliot Owen all going forward. Oliver Grezlak hovering around the edge of the box. Conway's marking him. Connor a bit further out, he's ready to distribute. Here comes corner, looking into the middle, and it's a high lofted one, awkwardly headed away to the edge, but there's a foul. I think it's a head clash there from when Owen went for the header, and we will have Cleethorpes physio going on, so that will end that attack for now. So it's going to have a brief break in play while treatment continues. Hopefully he'll be able to continue. We haven't been able to identify the player just yet. Just laying on his front. It's a bit concerning actually, because he's been laying on his front for a while now, but I've just seen him move and roll over, which is the good news. Both teams here promoted from the Northern Premier League East last year. Cleethorpes, well, one of the favourites, been only confirmed their favouritism by winning the league fairly simply in the end. There was always fairly comfortable at the top, the odd challenge from the likes of Emily and Belper and Dunstan, but they always felt like they were in control of that top spot for the entirety of the season. They've started this season very well as well. They've got the win against Hyde last Tuesday, and getting your first win is just so good for the confidence coming into a new league, and this is Cleethorpes' very first time in this division, having only being about 20 years old as a club. A very young team, really, in the big scheme of things. It does feel weird when, you know, I'm older than a football club I'm watching. And you'd even, a lot of the time, you'd say Stocksbridge are the younger team, because they're not, 1986 is not exactly particularly old. You'd say he's just getting into middle age, the Steels. The game will resume shortly. It's Callum Foster who was down, injured. Would have been a big loss if he weren't able to continue, but he's standing ready to return to the pitch. As Battersby gets the drop ball. And he's just slowing it down, because I think he's waiting for Foster to get the okay before he kicks this long. Picks it up. Getting a few words from the home fans behind that goal. As ball long just goes out for a throw-in, and Foster will return back to the fray. 25 minutes gone in this game. It is 0-0 here. Concentrating forward, but Farah clears before we get to Watson. Gundry gets it out towards Charlesworth, who tries to chest it down. Looks in the middle, then left footer sending it long, looking for Watson, but head away and out for a throw-in. Richards tried to play goalkeeper, couldn't catch it, then tried to throw it to Charlesworth, who also couldn't catch it. And that's why neither of them were goalkeepers. Charlesworth will throw this forward. Wilson can only hit it out to the right wing. Watson does pick it up, he's got two men round him. Watson puts the cross in, takes a deflection, and has to be able to claim before it goes out. And actually, no, it hasn't gone out. The fans appealed for it behind there. It will be a corner kick. The first one to be taken from the left-hand side, the fourth overall. Turner will take it. It will be the outswinger from Turner. Maybe this one will be a bit more effective than his three in-swingers, which haven't really come to much as of yet. Effective these set pieces continue to be effective. We'll see Jordan Barnett come on after how good his were. Here comes the outswinger. Here comes header from Owen. It's well over. He got under the ball there and couldn't keep it down. The chances have been coming for Stocksbridge though. Oh, no, glimpse of 2-0 up in the Champions League. Bjorf Tuft, the scorer for the Norwegian North Pole side, who aren't allowed to play any of their Champions League games in the December or January windows, because it'd be too much of an advantage, because it's, you know, the weather, and also a good chance it might get postponed, because, you know, the weather. It's a poor header there from London. It was going out to left wing, Rawson was able to run on it, but just as it was about, Rawson was about to get onto it, the referee gave it as a foul, which I think was given more on appeal than it was anything else. Basel have taken the lead against FC Copenhagen. Zerdan Shaqiri, remember him, score for Basel. That's a Black, isn't it? That is a streets won't forget name. When he played for Stoke City, I am down with the kids, I swear. Ball going long, headed on by Walker. Walker will keep it in. The other Walker anyway, Nicky Walker. He falls into a corner flag. Farrow back to help him. Charles are facing on with him. Cross going in. Gundry will clear. Morris will look to turn on his man, but he has been red. And now Cleethorpes have the ball back. Grejlak trying to press. Ball goes forward. Took a deflection off Watson, then headed away. And then Foster tried to get the header, but goes out. And this time, Ian Richards catches it first time. And Charlesworth catches it first time as it's thrown to him. It's improving the goalkeeping. Back now with Charlesworth, gets it now to Morris, who knocks it back to Owen, who knocks it forward, and headed on by O'Connor, looking for Watson, but headed away and then out for a throw-in. Oh, this is a Craig Rouse side, they are appealing for everything. Goes to Morris, back to Charlesworth, knocked forward, cleared away. Tinker's going to try and contest this, but headed on by Hoare, who's got the height on him. Will go into the box though, and Townsend will claim. He sends it forward, right-footed. Headed away though by Blunden. Brought down well by Hoare, who's being good as sort of a Rowdermiter on the right wing. Owen wins it, sends it down the channel. No one's there for it. It's going to go out for a throw-in. Cleethorpes will get the ball back. As it's now going to be a throw-in which Ben Middleton will take. Ball launched long and chased onto by Braithwaite here. Knocked forward to the right-hand side and well held up here by Cleethorpes. Left foot across looking for Nicky Walker. Well headed away by Charlesworth. Abbott will bring it down with his chest. Looking for a pass. He's going to look for the right wing here, but falls a bit short. Tinker able to head it away. Grejlak looks to control, trying to turn, and he's going to be tackled. Nothing given for that one. As it's into midfield, Cleethorpes looking for the shot, takes a shot, slices, and Townsend will allow that to roll past his goal. North Ferriby have taken the lead against Brighouse Town. Elliot Walker, the former Steel, has scored for them. That's away at Brighouse. Townsend will come out to take this. And he will probably look to be sending this long again, and there he goes, right-footed, looking for Luke Rawson, but anyway by Foster. It's not working, this long ball forward at the moment. Two big blokes at the back of the Cleethorpes defence are dealing with everything thrown at them. Gundry will head that away. He goes out to Grejlak, who brings it down and sends a low one forward, gets to Morris, who's been held up at the moment, and then Conway comes in, but Morris will win the ball back. He's into his own half. Back goes to Owen, forward into midfield. O'Connor, first time pass out the right to Charlesworth. Takes the touch. Outright to Watson, who's going to go one-on-one with his defender. The tackle goes in. Will go out for a Stocksbridge throw-in, but Steels will be able to get a bit of pressure on now. Charlesworth now with a throw-in. Gives it to Watson. Back to Charlesworth, who we're going to take it down the right. He's looking for a cross. We'll send a high dangling one. It's over the top of everyone. Bounces before Middleton just boofed, sat one away. Tinker got a clearance out, goes out for a throw-in to Cleethorpes. 32 minutes gone, 0-0 here. Seals just not making those clear-cut opportunities that they need. out to the right with Middleton for the throw-in. Launches it forward and can make it all the way to Hoare. But tackle goes in, Turner. It's forward to Rawson, back to Morris. Tries to get it into the middle. Ooh, Grejlat trying to kill a pass, but Farrell blocks it. It would have been right to Watson. Into the middle now. Hoare has it. He's moved to centre midfield. Outright for Middleton. Tinker will look to meet him and ends up going all the way out for a throw-in. Quickly taken throw-in to Morris. Morris now looking for Rawson. Knocked away though by Blunden. Morris still fights for it. Morris will win it, but stabbed away before he can get it to anyone. Stocksbridge just a bit slow in the get possession. Just seems to be waiting that millisecond too long. With Jack Tinker now for Stocksbridge in the Cleethorpes half. Knocked over the top, looking for Rawson. Battersby out to get it, but I don't think Foster saw that. He just gets it out, throwing to Stocksbridge. Back now with Tinker. Well, this throw-in in front of our many advertising hoardings on the left here. Back to Hill corner then to Tinker, who sends on forward, and these long balls over the top are just not working at all. It's just giving the ball back to Cleethorpes at this point. Stocksbridge need to pass more on the ground and figure out a neater way of playing, I think. Turner headed up into the air. Walker bring it down well. Grejlat tried to get it forward, but then Farrell blocks and O'Connor tried to come away well. Does. Charles will send it forward. Watson will get onto this on the right wing. Can he get a ball in though? He's going to hold it up and get it into the corner flag. Now go 1-on-1. Looking to get it on his left. Little back heel, find Charlesworth. Charlesworth had a foot in that stopped that completely working. Good little touch from Charlesworth. Puts the cross in. It's another high lofted one. Head away to the edge of the box. Goes to Turner. Takes a shot. Fizzing just over Curtis Turner. Not too dissimilar to the shot Sam Kay took at the weekend. Just fell really nicely to him. Hit it first time as it bounced up onto him. Not far off that top corner, and it was heading just above that top corner. It remains 0-0, but Curtis Turner very close to opening the lead here. Ball back now with Battersby, who was getting nowhere near that. Ball forward from Battersby. Headed on over Gundry, but we'll go back to Townsend. Big physical front line of Aaron Braithwaite and Josh Walker today. Got to imagine if you combine the height of these two forwards for Cleethorpes and then your two defenders, it's going to get well over 25 foot between them. As the ball goes out for a Stocksbridge throw-in. On the left-hand side now for the Steels. More forward, cleared away by Middleton. Cleethorpes, who just had to sustain a bit of pressure, to suffer a bit of it, but have survived. Stocksbridge with the ball now in their half, though, with this throw-in. Throws it short and then back to Tinker, tries to knock it over the top and tried to be headed into the middle. Turner tried to get to, but knocked away by Braithwaite, and then headed on looking for Josh Walker, but could only head it out for a throw-in. Stocksbridge get the ball back now. Tinker will come back to take it. In front of the Whittaker Plant Hire advertising hoarding. Close to the halfway line. Thrown forward, it's a slip as it goes forward, but gets it back to Tinker, who gets it well forward. Foster will head away and kept in mind Middleton. All the way to Tinker, who launched forward, but then take a little deflection as it went through, and back now it will go to Battersby. By the way, if you're listening to us here on the YouTube chat, you can get involved. Comment, we'll try and shout you out and talk to you as the game goes on. If you give us a comment on that chat. Otherwise, if you want to support the chat and support the football club, you can give us what's known as a super chat. It's that little dollar sign next to the chat. As Stocksbridge might get an attack going here. James Morris on the right hand side. He's going to look for Rawson. Looking past Rawson. Rawson, it's a great save, Battersby! Rawson couldn't do much better with that, but Battersby with a great close range save. Turner has it. Fantastic ball from James Morris as well. Rawson now on the left wing, puts another ball in. Knocked away, goes to the edge of the area. Back to Turner, takes a shot, and it's a poor shot. He lofts it well over the bar. It was easier than his previous chance, but he just put his foot too much under the ball. He hooked it under, really. Nowhere near goal, but the Steels come close to a goal yet again. Ollie Battersby with a fantastic save at his near post. Remains 0-0 here. Just realised our clock has stopped. It is right twice again. But we are on 38 minutes. And that has now been corrected, so that chance coming on the 38th minute as Middleton will follow this ball out for a Cleethorpes throw-in. Such a good chance for Curtis Turner then. A very good chance for Luke Rawson, but well saved in the end. Oh, going forward. But a bit of head tense between the two teams before it's brought down by Conway. He's bundled over and it will be a free kick to Cleethorpes. Bailey Conway, who started his career here in South Yorkshire at Doncaster Rovers before going to Rossington, Maine, where he starred in a 4-2 win over Stocksbridge in the Sheffield Senior Cup. Him and Myron Gibbons tore apart Stocksbridge in that game. The ball is now back for a Middleton free kick just inside their half on the right-hand side. Very high loop ball. Owen can only head it behind though, and it's going to be a Cleethorpes throw-in, so Cleethorpes able to keep the pressure on. Right on the left-hand side here. With Farrow will take it, and it's looking like he'll go for the long throw-in. And that is what he'll do. It's going to get towards the edge of the 6-yard area. Owen will clear it. Farrow will pick it up and be met by Morris back into the middle for Abbott, who almost loses the ball to Grejlak. Ball then looped over the top looking for left wing, but out for a Stocksbridge throw-in. So back out to the right now with Charlesworth. Always forward, tried to get it done by Watson, but only back to Morris, who clears it up. He's looking for Rawson, but head away by Foster, who doesn't track it well as Farrow is the one who has cleared it away. Watson is going to be penalised for a foul. Ellis Farrow did go down a couple of seconds after the initial contact. He's going to be on his knees as he gets back up. There's a couple of other Wednesday night games in the Northern Counties. Campion leading 1-0 against Answorth. Paddy Sykes a scorer, that's a good signing. He scored a couple of goals against Stocksbridge last year for Bradford Park Avenue, and Jack Dyche has put Knaresborough Town ahead against Fackley. Ball here for Battersby, sends it long. Headed on, almost bundled into the box. Grejlak, so he goes to the edge of the box to Hoare. Hoare has to give it back to Abbott, looking to get it to the far post, look for Nicky Walker. Charlesworth, I think, got something onto that, but Walker will keep it in. Maybe he didn't. Or else it might be left out for a corner. Walker now facing up with Charlesworth. In one-on-one, we look for a cross, cuts across in block. Charlesworth, corner kick, Cleethorpes. It's just their second of the game. First one almost snuck in at the near post. So we'll be back on the left wing. Cleethorpes have their big targets. Callum Foster's the one to watch, in my opinion, here. Ball going in, head away by Owen again on the line. Townsend was followed, and then Tinker's trying to carry the ball away. Big boot out, and it will go out for a throw-in, but it's just what it needed then, just get the ball away from goal and end that immediate threat that Cleethorpes were posing from the corner. Hello, Robert Wynn. Oh, surprised you're not here. Normally you are. You're a regular for this away game. Sounds like a good even game, and come on, Els. Normally, if you say come on, Els in Sheffield, it means a different team entirely, but today it means the side from Lincolnshire. Throw in the middle, but Owen will head that away. We'll go right back to Middleton, but being robbed of the ball by Morris. But it's been Cleethorpes have got it back, tackled and kept it in, cross going in. Owen, not a good clearance there, and Charles will have to race on, so he's trying to keep it in. He'll send it down the line, keep it in, but he gives it back to Cleethorpes. It's 6 to 1.5. It doesn't over that one. A loose pass back to Conway, who launches it forward, and Charlesworth will just chest it back to the keeper. Lovely work. And the ball back in Steel possession. Ossett United have equalised against Grimsby Borough. Petch, the scorer. Poor ball forward by Townsend, easily header away by Foster, but will be returned. But once again, Foster's uncontested. Gundry will head it, and he's looking to get it to Morris, but then it's cleared away by Middleton down the right wing. Hall will try to get it, but Tinker's won the ball off him, sends it down the line. Back it will go to Middleton. Shrugs away from a challenge into the middle to Abbott, who knocks it over the top, and Gundry will just boot that away for throwing. Cleethorpes are ending this half looking pretty decent. So the ball back on this right hand side for, and it's going to be the long throw in. Another long throw goes in. Head away by Owen. Will be back onto this right hand side. Another cross going in. Head away again by Owen, who's had a few poor clearances, but other than that has been rock solid in defence today. Farah will knock the ball forward. Townsend's going to come and claim. It does under some pressure. Quick throw out to Charlesworth. Counter attack trying to begin, and it's a late collision between him and Braithwaite. The foul's been given against Stocksbridge. Charlesworth is going to get a yellow card, and the Charlesworth players are massing round, and they could end up with a booking for that, as that is a point of that the referee wants to penalise them, as they are trying to get a red card for Charlesworth. It's not that. Would be a very poor decision. That's what the Cleethorpes bench are trying to shout for, but if too many players crowd a referee now, they do have the right to send everyone but the captain away. And that is something they have been told you can do and you must do in the early part of this season. Charlesworth has been given a yellow card. It's our first yellow of the game. A free kick for Cleethorpes. No malice in that tackle, but Charlesworth was going for the ball and was just late to it. I think Braithwaite was a lot quicker than he expected him to be. It's going to be 1 minute of added time in this first half. We are in that added minute. So, okay, there could be an overlapping option with Farrow. He's not going to take it. It's going to be Luke looking for the far post. Townsend punches it, head up into the air by Tinker. Townsend's down on the ground though, and even though it looks like Liv's having to quickly race out for Townsend, he's clutching his head. Cleethorpes bench also not happy with that one. So Liv also do treatment 2. Townsend, no keeper on the bench for Stockbridge today. Jordan Lemmer's one of the ones who volunteered to go in goal, but he's not here as well, so I'm not entirely sure who'd be the one in goal. I'm not on the bench. So don't point towards me. My days of playing goalkeeper are over. I officially retired from Sheffield Handball Club last summer. You can only get hit in the balls so many times before you think it might affect your children, or your potential children in future. Townsend is now sitting up, so hopefully we all too continue. Just notice, our referee to the closest tier, Daniel McKee, he is sporting a very fetching moustache. He's honestly, he is a sight from the 70s, and I'm expecting a bit of Creedence Clearwater Revival to come on the music at half-time soon. A bit of Fortunate Son. I think we'd all enjoy a bit of that. Townsend is ready to go, and the game will resume. Big boot forward from Townsend, and that is it. That's half time. It's 0-0 here. Cleethorpes have had more of the ball, but maybe not had as good quality chances. The Steels have had some big ones. Curtis Turner fizzed the bar just over the bar, while Rawson had forced a great save from Ollie Battersby. It's 0-0 at half time for the third time in a row for Stocksbridge. We go into this break goalless. We'll see you in 15 minutes. waiting for months as Danny Deakin stands over the ball. Final few checks from our referee, and here we go. So Stocksbridge Park Steels get us underway. Back towards Townsend, who will just take it 2 feet. Can pick it up when he wants to, but instead will take his time with it and roll it out in front of him before launching it forward, looking for Rawson. Heads it on. Tommy Marshall will get it. In space, Greshak's in the middle, but Marshall is teetering low and hit not far off. It was the first we thought that lob cross was going to end up well above the bar. Bland. Stocksbridge presses, working well as Bland will get it out looking towards the right and headed away well by Tinker, but only going to go back now to McGrath. In fact, trying to find the right side again. Will find it well, but then Deakin, tackles, just giving it back to the midfielder. Into middle, looking for Timon, but Eagledon steps in and clears it away. But it's only back now with Hawkins. Ball down the channel to the right-hand side. Looking to get it onto his left, but being held up. Back out now to Hawkins, puts the ball in, blocked. And then here comes a volley over the bar, and thought that hit a house then for a second. Cameron Wilson scoring for the team relegated to that division. Well, going forward, head away into the field. O'Connor knocks it forward before it's cleared up. Owen will head it up away into the air. Turner fighting for it sideways, but loses out. Chimalio will continue forward, turns well onto his right, takes a shot. Met by a brilliant tackle by Turner. Chimalio gets the ball back though, and then Stocksbridge eventually do almost get away. They just pass it back to Collins. Collins out to the left now to Harrison. Harrison moving on this field, will take a shot. It ends up skimming on the ground, and Townsend will claim that pretty simply. Alex O'Connor and Curtis Turner hovering on the edge of the area. Deakin lofts it in, looking for Owen, gets the header, it's on target, but it bounced on the ground before Blanton gets it. Watts here, who will have a bit of a tussle with Tinker, and Tinker does well, gets it away, but nothing's been given for, that's Tinker went down, and then Tinker goes back and gets the second tackle there. Tinker will carry the ball forward. Ball going forward, looking for Greshak, looks onto Marshall, comes off the back of his leg, but Greshak knocks it sideways to O'Connor, who's got a chance to run into it, onto some space on this right wing. Charles will still have an option. O'Connor will get in the middle. Rawson tries to get in the middle. Rawson dribbling. He's got the chance for the shot. Takes a shot. Just wide. Lou Rawson. He does really well to take it wide to get the space for the shot. Or is he now going to leave it for Connor Smith? Yep, leaves it for Connor Smith in the end. From back, but then cleared away. Rawson says sideways. Marshall drops back to collect. He's back to goal, and he gets tackled and loses it to Hawkins, who gets out to Watts. Flick on, look at Chimalio. Some lovely football from Whitby. A beautiful back heel, powerful shot that ends up bouncing awkwardly wide. In the end, the shot was the worst part about that. That was some liquid football from Whitby. Collins comes away with it. Collins puts in the middle, looking for Chimalio. Lovely pass to him. Gets a shot from Charles, but into the middle to McGrath. McGrath's continuing. He's not being pressed, and he tries to get through the legs of Tinker, and then he goes back to Hawkins. Hawkins will take the shot straight to Townsend into the middle. Owen will clear it away, still on the edge of the area. Marshall's trying to get it out, but he's been tackled. Here comes McGrath, he's trying to do a few shaky legs, and then the tackle goes in from Owen, and then cleared away. The Steels survive for now, but with big options in the middle, like Luke Rawson and Elliot Owen, your two main targets in there. High left one, looking for the far post. Bland will punch it. O'Connor will put it right back in. No, my Eagledon off the line! Paul Eagledon almost with the goal. It's a lovely flicked on ball by O'Connor. He gets the head on this game. Reigns 0-0 here. Ball back to Smith, who will carry it forward.
Excellent.
Smith holds it up into midfield to McGrath.
Keep going,
Then back it goes to Nelson, then McGinley. McGinley then to Nelson again as Whitby try to figure out their plan of attack. They go down the right. McGrath, who's pulled onto the right-hand side here. Greshak wrestling with him. Bit of pulling and shoving between the two as McGrath will continue despite that. Goes down the right. Knocks it, looking at McGrath, bit loose, and that allowed Turner getting a bit of Turner, gives it back. McGrath will take it. Shot, look for the near post. Townsend sees it all the way and claims it. Pillman saying, "Come on, you mighty Steels." Well, with Collins on the left. Sending down the channel, but tapped by Charles. If we're going to lost the ball here, and here comes Whitby on the attack. Cross into the middle. Owen heads it up into the air, but it's not fully away. Whitby looking to bring it down. And McGrath takes a shot, good looking shot. Wide of the far post. Townsend.
Well up.
And well in. Barnett does well to hit it in. And then headed away into midfield. Woods just knocks it over Barnett. Barnett gets knocked in And it's going to be fought for by Deacon, who gets it back into defence for Whitby, who clear it away. Headed away by Owen, clears out, goes to Watson, who's going to try and touch it, gets it back into Kay. Kay gets it out towards the right here, where Morris has it. Morris going to get down to the right, he's been met though by Collins, dribbles into the box, Watson trying to tackle, cleared away by Collins and to the edge of the area where Turner is. Turner puts a cross in, free header, and it's safe on the line! Bland wanted to get a hand onto it, but he was still dribbling backwards there as Danny Deacon got the header. And just as he was about to cross the line and give Stocksbridge a lead, Bland saves the day. 0-0 here. Oh, that could have been it. That could have been Stocksbridge's very first win at Whitby. They've not won here ever. 7 matches and 7 visits to this stadium, no wins for the Steels. Only 1 draw out of the rest have been Whitby wins. And Whitby are on the attack now, they're on the edge of the area before Kay just does a very daft shoulder barge and gives away a daft free kick. Here comes Whitby. They're going to chip it towards the far post. Eagledon heads it, goes to the edge of the 6-yard area. It's slimmed, it's still on, shot on! It's on the bar twice! Townsend claws it away!
Oh my God.
I know it's a similar thing to what happened before I hit the bar and then it's gone out for a corner kick. We may be the team that get the last attack in this game. Throwing down line, headed on into the box, cleared away by Eagledon. Back into Nelson, who gets it out to Smith on the right. Will be met by Barnett. Smith missed his first move, but he does get it on the second time. Out to the right wing. Being forced back is Rivers, and back to Gell. Gell in the diagonal, ball into the box. Goes back to the far hand side. It's a good one, and it's sliced, goes to the edge of the area, takes a shot, just wide of the far post. And again, Whitby come close. They are so close to snatching this at the end, just as they did at Workington. 0-0, but it's not a boring 0-0. And there it is, 0-0 here, but do not think it's a ball draw for a second. Both teams could have won it in the last 3 minutes by inches, by absolute inches. Bland clawed a Danny Deacon header off the line, and then at the other end, 2 chances, one that was clawed off the line, Townsend, and one that hit the bar. And then they hit another one just over the bar. It's 0-0 here between Whitby and Stocksbridge Park Steels. I have been... This is the game we have been waiting for months as Danny Deacon stands over the ball. Final few checks from our referee, and here we go. So Stocksbridge Park Steels get us underway. Back towards Townsend, who will just take it 2 feet. Can pick it up when he wants to, but instead will take his time with it and roll it out in front of him before launching it forward, looking for Rawson. Heads it on. Tommy Marshall will get it. It's Bay Greshlack's in the middle, but Marshall is teetering line. Not far off. It was the first we thought that lob cross was going to end up well above the bar. Bland. Stocksbridge presses working well as Bland will get it out looking towards the right and headed away well by Tinker, but only going to go back now to McGrath. In fact, trying to find the right side again. Will find it well, but then Deacon, tackles, just giving it back to the midfielder. Into middle, looking for Timon, but Eagledon steps in and clears it away. But it's only back now with Hawkins. Ball down the channel to the right-hand side. Looking to get it onto his left, but being held up. Back out now to Hawkins, puts the ball in, blocked. And then here comes a volley over the bar, and caught that, hit a house then for a second. Cameron Wilson scoring for the team relegated to that division. Well, going forward, head away into the field. O'Connor knocks it forward before it's cleared up. Owen will head it up away into the air. Turner fighting for it sideways, but loses out. Chimalio will continue forward, turns well onto his right, takes a shot. Met by a brilliant tackle by Turner. Chimalio gets the ball back though, and then Stocksbridge eventually do almost get away. They just pass it back to Collins. Collins out to the left now to Harrison. Harrison moving on this field, will take a shot. It ends up skimming on the ground, and Townsend will claim that pretty simply. Alex O'Connor and Curtis Turner hovering on the edge of the area. Peeking, lofts it in, looking for Owen, gets the header, it's on target, but it bounced on the ground before Blanton gets it. Watts here, who will have a bit of a tussle with Tinker, and Tinker does well, gets it away, but nothing's been given for, that's Tinker went down, and then Tinker goes down against the second tackle there. Tinker will carry the ball forward. Ball going forward, looking for Grejlak, looks onto Marshall, comes off the back of his leg, but Grejlak knocks it sideways to O'Connor, who's got a chance to run into it, onto some space on this right wing. Charles will still have an option. O'Connor will get in the middle. Rawson tries to get in the middle. Rawson dribbling. He's got the chance for the shot. Takes the shot. Just wide. Lou Rawson. He does really well to take it wide to get the space for the shot. Or is he now going to leave it for Connor Smith? Yep, leaves it for Connor Smith in the end. From back, then cleared away. Rawson says sideways. Marshall drops back to collect. He's back to goal, and he gets tackled and loses it to Hawkins, who gets out to Watts. Flick on, look at Chamalio. Some lovely football from Whitby. A beautiful back heel, powerful shot that ends up bouncing awkwardly wide in the end. The shot was the worst part about that. That was some liquid football from Whitby. Collins comes away with it. Collins puts in the middle, looking for Chamalio. Lovely pass to him. Gets a shot from Charles into the middle to McGrath. McGrath's continuing. He's not being pressed, and he tries to get through the legs of Tinker, and then he goes back to Hawkins. Hawkins will take the shot straight to Townsend into the middle. Owen will clear it away. Still on the edge of the area. Marshall's trying to get it out, but he's been tackled. Here comes McGrath. He's trying to do a few shaky legs, and then the tackle goes in from Owen, and then cleared away. The Steels survive for now, but with big options in the middle, like Luke Rawson and Elliot Owen, your two main targets in there. High left one, looking for the far post. Bland will punch it. O'Connor will put it right back in. No, my Eagledon off the line! Paul Eagledon almost with the goal. It's a lovely flicked on ball by O'Connor. He gets the head on this game. Reigns 0-0 here.
Work it, I'll work
Ball
it.
back to Smith, who will carry it forward.
Well done, all. Excellent.
Smith holds it up into midfield to
Well,
McGrath.
keep going,
Then
Steels.
back it goes to Nelson, then McGinley. McGinley then to Nelson again as Whitby try to figure out their plan of attack. They go down the right. McGrath, who's pulled onto the right-hand side here. Grejlak wrestling with him. Bit of pulling and shoving between the two as McGrath will continue despite that. Goes down the right. Not it looking at McGrath, bit loose, and that allowed Turner to get him, but Turner gives it back. McGrath will take it. Shot looking for the near post. Townsend sees it all the way and claims it. Pillman saying, "Come on, you mighty Steels." Well, with Collins on the left. Sending down the channel, but tied by Charles. If he's going to lost the ball here. And here comes Whitby on the attack. Cross into the middle. Owen heads it up into the air, but it's not fully away. Whitby looking to bring it down. And McGrath takes a shot. Good looking shot. Wide of the far post. Townsend.
Well up.
And well in. Barnett does well to hit it in.
And again,
And then
Steels.
headed away into midfield. Woods just knocks it over Barnett.
Barnett,
Barnett gets knocked
Steels.
in. And it's going to be fought for by Deakin, who gets it back into defence for Whitby, who clear it away. Headed away by Owen, clears out, goes to Watson, who's going to try and touch it, gets it back into Kay. Kay gets it out towards the right here, where Morris has it. Morris going to get down to the right, he's been met though by Collins, dribbles into the box, Watson trying to tackle, cleared away by Collins and to the edge of the area where Turner is. Turner puts a cross in, free header, and it's safe on the line! Bland wanted to get a hand onto it, but he was still dribbling backwards there as Danny Deakin got the header. And just as he was about to cross the line and give Stocksbridge a lead, Bland saves the day. 0-0 here. Oh, that could have been it. That could have been Stocksbridge's very first win on Whitby. They've not won here ever. 7 matches and 7 visits to this stadium, no wins for the Steels. Only 1 draw out of the rest have been Whitby wins. And Whitby are on the attack now, they're on the edge area before Kay just does a very daft shoulder barge and gives away a daft free. Welcome to Brackenmore for the second half here of Stocksbridge Park Steels versus Cleethorpes Town. It's 0-0. We've just had a substitution as well. Aaron Braithwaite, who was the man who had the victim of that tackle from Charlesworth. He's just been subbed off and replaced with Curtis Bateson. That's the strength that Cleethorpes off, that they can bring on someone like Bateson from the bench, who was one of the best wingers in the division last year in the Northern Premier League East. So we are close. Stocksbridge are standing over the ball, ready to get us underway for this second half. Just waiting here. I think the referees are making a final view. I think it's just the nets having a little check over moment. I think that's what's delaying us here, is that there's an issue with the net to the left of us. So we just maybe gone on air a bit too early, to be honest. So let's go through the teams while we wait for this game to get underway and this issue with the net to be sorted. You can see Dave Towler, our secretary, is over there sorting it. Does so many jobs. So the team's no change to Stocksbridge at the break. It's Ben Townsend in goal, then Tom Charlesworth, Jack Tinker, Curtis Turner who's the captain, Elliot Owen, Jazz Gundry, Oliver Grejlak, Alex O'Connor, Luke Rawson, James Morrison, Jack Watson. The benches Jack Crook, Sam Kay, Jordan Barnett, Jack Degushi and Thomas Poole. For Cleethorpes, it's Ollie Batters being goal, then Ben Middleton, Ellis Farrer, Bailey Conway, James Blunden, Callum Foster, Adam Hoare, Brad Adabert who's the captain, Josh Walker, Aaron Braithwaite, and then Nicky Walker. Actually, Aaron Braithwaite's just been taken off for Curtis Bateson. Their bench is Ben Andriucci, Reece Kendall, Jack Van and Josh Ayres, who can make his debut today for the Owls. Continue to have some work on that net in this delayed second half. This means less time in the bar afterwards, and that's the biggest disgrace of this all. So, just a bit of a kicker out between the lads here, but it looks like Dave and Pete have gone and sorted that now, so we should get the game underway in a moment. Good work by Dave and Pete there, fixing that net. Not entirely sure what was wrong with the net, but we'll find out later, I'm sure. And here we go for the second half. So Stocksbridge Park Steels get us underway in the yellow shirts, blue shorts, blue socks looking from right to left, while Cleethorpes down are in the white shirts with the blue and black sash, black shorts and white socks looking from left to right. And they've got a throw in this right-hand side with Middleton at the moment. Launch forward to Middleton, cleared away by Grejlak, but then returned. Grejlak will be the first onto it, gets it on the left wing, down the channel. Rawson holds it up, can't get the touch on, and it will go out for a throw-in to Cleethorpes. Launch forward by Middleton. Headed away, and then being held up by Morris. Cleared away, back into defence, cleared out by Foster. Headed on, and then Tinker got a touch into Turner onto the left. Grejlak racing onto it. Similar sort of 50, but neither went for it this time. It's going to be given as a Stocks throws. It ricocheted off both players. So back with Tinker now. We'll launch it forward. Rawson will head it on, but no one's there for it. We'll go back to Battersby, the goalkeeper, who made a very good save from Rawson in that first half. It was the best chance of the game. Blunden will send this long, but well read by Gundry, who heads it out to play for a throw-in. Despite he's not been involved in anything a bit more physical yet so far, being a former Grimsby Borough player. Sorry, I'm being stared at by a dog. It's slightly distracting because it's a very cute dog. Middleton thrown forward, went down to the edge of the box, but good slide challenge from Gundry, gets it away. Rawson chests it down, looking to control it into the midfield. Back to Owen, who will send it out to the right. Watson's trying to chase to get it back. He just knocked it back. Goes to Charlesworth, who returns it back forward, but just gives it back to Cleethorpes in the end. 200, he might as well just let it go out for a throw-in at that point, but ball back with Foster, who lumps it forward, and then it'll be claimed by Townsend. Townsend sending the ball forward here. Headed away by Abbott. Just bouncing in the midfield. Turner loses track of it. It goes to Hoare. Then the ball launched forward, and now it's with Townsend. Switch of formations, it looks like, by the way, for Cleethorpes. They're playing a 4-4-2, quite traditional in the first half. They've now switched seemingly to a 4-3-3 or a 4-2-3-1. As Turner looks to get it to the left, gets it to Morris, who drops back with a touch. Back now to Goundry, takes it under control, gets it out wide to the left. Ball goes forward, blocked, and Turner will collect it, sends a volley away. Now Tinker's trying to get it very high up the pitch. Ball goes out, will be last touch from Middleton, and a Stocksbridge throw. The ball back on the left with Farah. Look for Rawson. That is an elbow in the face of Luke Rawson there from Ben Middleton, and it'll be interesting to see what the referee saw of that. Plenty of claim from the referee. Ben Middleton getting pulled away from the rest of the team. One of the Cleethorpes players who's not the captain, not identified him just yet, is in the face of the referee while it's doing it. There'll be a free kick to Stocksbridge, and there's going to be no card for that. That is you must not have seen that. Because that could have been a red card, that one. Turner with a free kick now. Very close to the touchline near us. The whistle goes and the free kick taken. Looking for that far post. Gundry's read it, but it's headed away. Turner's trying to contest it. Goes past him and all the way forward to Horn. They're trying to launch a counter to that. Big ball forward looking out for Nicky Walker. But it's won by Charles, who gets it back to Townsend. Townsend will send it forward. Morris will contest it well. Headed away though by Blunden. Goes out now here forward to Grejlak, looking for Rawson, and took a touch off the Dender, who can't keep it in. Hey, wait a minute, he went out to play, and now Cleethorpes continue with. So can you just say this linesman's missed two incidents now at this point. Now Cleethorpes are on the attack, and if they score, this is going to be hugely controversial. Into the middle, laid off, edge of the area, takes a shot, and it loops in! And that is an awful decision from the referee that has led to a Cleethorpes goal. Adam Hall loops it over Townsend. Cleethorpes ahead after the ball went out to play right in front of us here. Ian Richards is demonstrating on the pitch here. Very unhappy with that. I can't blame him. The referee has had a howler here, and it has cost Stocksbridge. A terrible, clearly wrong decision from the referee here, as the ball went out of play right in front of us here, and it's now, and Cleethorpes go and score from it. And the referee, he's missed that elbow in the face, and he's just missed that. It's an honour. Ian Richards is getting a talking to, and if he gets any sort of card here, I'm sorry, the referee's lost control. It's a red card for Ian Richards! I'm not sorry! Craig Rouse has took charge of this match. He is now the referee. It looks like Craig Rouse is going to get a booking here as well. But I'm sorry, the referee here has had a shocker. It's 1-0 to Cleethorpes. A shocking call from the referee, who misses the ball being half a yard off the pitch. And that one. And the game will get back underway shortly with Ian Richards in the changing rooms. Andy Ring will take charge for the rest of the match. But that one by the referee, I mean, I've not seen many worse calls than that. The linesman's next to it. It's not that side. And then Jordan Lemon out here. He's on the sidelines here yelling at ref. It's honestly, offsides are close calls. They're objective and can be far away. Then there's this, but the Steels have got to bounce back now. Stocksbridge are down on the left wing, trying to attack, trying to get back into this after conceding the early goal. Paul Greg's like putting the ball in blocked, goes back out to Tinker, puts cross in, another header out, will be a Stocksbridge throw. So Tinker throwing now.
The coach of Team 1 has been shown a red card.
Rounding it back to Tinker. Trying to get through. Trying to get through, looking for Gresham, but then run by Walker, who clears it away. Gundry heads it up into the air, goes forward into the midfield, trying to get away Conway, then knocks it on, and this could be 2-0. It's a long range effort. Townsend punches it, skipped in. Owen there first, clears it away. Ball will go back to Tinker for a throw in now. Referee's having a chat with Townsend over something. I think actually there's been a free kick given initially. 54 minutes gone, 1-0 to Cleethorpes. Goal coming from a controversial one. The ball had clearly gone out of play before the Cleethorpes carried on with it and then scored. Ball going long. Over the top for everyone, goes out for a throw-in. Ball back now with Middleton.
Just double check because
for a throw-in now.
The coach of Team 1 has been shown a red card. The
ball goes forward. And then there's going to be a foul here and a Cleethorpes man goes down. Adam Hall, the man who's gone down under the push. Cleethorpes have a chance to try and double their lead now. So chance now for Cleethorpes to get the ball in. It'll be a huge blow this for the Steels, but they are still 11 men on the pitch, even though one man down on the touchline.
Yes, Team 1 coach, Team 2, 3, 4 coach on 5.
Here comes ball in from Nicky Walker, goes in, head up into the air, headed towards goal. It goes, well, go wide. Gollinger's going to chase it, make sure it can't be rescued. And he just gets bulldozed through the back, and I think he's given that as a free. He's giving it as a free kick, just checking his. Free kick taken now to Townsend, who will send that long. Goes over the top of everyone. I think Stocksbridge just needs to settle down after that. Yeah, everyone at the top because it was clearly over the line, and Cleethorpes, well, they're the ones who thought it was not went. Well, the referee also thought it went over the line. Ball going forward, and it's just going to go out for a throw into Cleethorpes. Back on the left-hand side now for Farah. Launch forward, head away into midfield. As Cleethorpes have it now, they knock it forward. Look, headed out by Owen. Now, Charles will be another Cleethorpes throw in as Stocksbridge needs to just get put on the ball and look for the equaliser over the next 30 minutes. Farah with the throw, deep, headed on into the box. And out to the left. Almost a shot by Nicky Walker. Tinker was to it first. He goes out wide, carries it on fast, takes a block, and it will go out for a throw-in. Stocksbridge will get the ball here. Ring, you can hear shouting the orders out after he's the man in charge. Well, Gundry sends that ball out of play for a Cleethorpes throw. Ball's just moved back with Middleton for the throw-in at the moment. They're just taking its time happening. And then launch forward into the box, headed towards the edge of the area. Eagles trying to knock out towards Hoare. Charles clears it, but it's blocked by Hoare. Bateson's going to try to get it. And I think it's the first time we've seen Bateson get onto the ball. He gets it back into midfield to Abbott, then back to Bateson. He's trying to go around his man, takes a fizzing cross-come shot, it's headed away. Goes to Morris, who tries to hold it up. He's trying to turn his man, then sends it down the channel looking for Rawson. Rawson chasing after it, boots away out for a Stocksbridge throw. Ball out now. Tinker for this throw-in. Ball thrown forward to Gredge, slice the ball, but gets it on the second time, knock it over the top to Morris, chest it down to Turner, who just lose control of it, take a block and goes back to O'Connor, now to Charlesworth. Charlesworth down the channel to the right to Watson, who slips over, but he's still going to carry on with it. Now Watson goes forward, evades another slide tackle, I think he just took it far enough for him, and it will be a corner kick to Stocksbridge. And can they equalise from this? For a corner. Taken by Turner. 5th corner of the game for the Steels. Goes Trimble, look for the near post. He easily headed away. Gredge allows it to go past him, but he loses it completely to Walker, who clears it away. I suspect Jordan Barnett might well come out as Townsend sends one high up into the air. Bateson will take the touch, sends it down the line looking for Hoare. Holds it up, gets past his man, Hoare. Breaks free, puts one towards the edge of the area. The Walker controls, takes a shot. What a corner! Cleethorpes have the 2-0 lead. That one, nothing wrong with that goal. Cleethorpes double it. The controversy will reign here as we're an hour gone as Ian Richards not on the pitch, but it's 2-0 now to the Seals. And Stocksbridge have a lot to do. I think fans will remember how that first goal happened and how that's completely changed this match. Saying that first goal completely missed going over the line. The Stocksbridge have to now come back. And when Stocksbridge are likely to be towards the bottom end of the table, every point matters, and that's why those decisions can matter so much and why you do obsess over them a bit. Or a lot, in this case. Ball goes back in midfield to Turner. Goes outright, and it's headed away by Middleton. Out towards Walker. Switched out to Bateson, and Cleethorpes immediately going to get back on the attack here into midfield. And Gredge has it now, but he was running into space and then just seemed to step it back and puts it into a bit of trouble. Back now with Gundry, who's got 2 men round him. 4 to Turner, who stabs out to Tinker. Tinker now, down the channel, but it's a poor pass and easily collected by Blunden. Taguchi is getting ready in front of us. Wallace forward, cleared away. Turner headed it on into Walker. Forward it goes. Tackle goes in from Gundry, and a free kick will be given. That was a late free kick given, I think, after some of the shouting. So free kick to Cleethorpes. 61 minutes, and they're looking to try and make it 3-0. Walker on the ball again. Stocksbridge, who've been under pressure constantly since conceding that first goal. Short one taken on to the right wing to Hoare, cross in, looking for that far post. Knocked away, and it will be a corner kick to Cleethorpes. Cleethorpes on that left-hand side. Taking the time with it, as you can imagine, being 2-0 up. But the referee's going to have a chat with people in the middle now. Not entirely sure what. He's Alex O'Connor, one of the people he's seen summoned along with one of the Cleethorpes players. John Barnett is looking like he might be coming on shortly. And now, referee's okay with that. Corner will take place. Corner going in. Headers goes to the far post. It could have been free there. Missed kick. Back into the middle here. Shot taken. Higher wide. So he'll survive that. And they're just not settled down since conceding that first goal. Going forward. Head away by Foster. Owen will knock it out. Goes to Krejlak, who turns it, trying to get Watson on the right wing, but he knocked back. Watson trying to get to the pass back, but easily dealt with by Battersby. Into the midfield to O'Connor, back to Owen, who takes the touch and out to the right, and well controlled by Charles, who will move forward now. Pass forward for Rawson, feels for offside, and it will be good, and I don't know how the goal would have gone into the back of the net in the end, but the offside flag was up, and honest, if I speak now, I would be in big trouble. Be a free kick to Cleethorpes. 2-0 down the Steels. 25 minutes to go. We've seen Stocksbridge do it before. We're doing it at a whole new level this time. Battersby going long, headed away, took a deflection, and Stocksbridge trying to get it to clear it out. So a ball is not forward by Cleethorpes, will go out for a Stocksbridge throw-in. Rawson hit it into middle and knocked on. Gundry will clear it forward. Morris is going for it, gets a trip on the back of his ankles, and the free kick will be given. And it looks like there'll be a booking for that. And this is interesting, this is Ben Middleton, who, one of the things we haven't mentioned too much since is he was the one who elbowed Rawson earlier. He didn't get any sort of booking. He's now going to end up in the book. No further comments, or else I'm in big trouble. And that is the yellow card confirmed for Ben Middleton. Turner on the ball now for the free kick. Looped into the box. Headed around, goes to the edge of the area. It's back to be first onto it, and Cleethorpes are high clearance and knocked back into the box. Goes in to Watson. Watson's trying to get it on his right, but he loses the ball. Watson, he has had a poor game, but then ball being winning by Grayslap. Crossing, looking for the far post. It's a bit overhit. Gundry will head it back into the middle. Morris tries to get it. Headed away by Cleethorpes, who then able to boot it out. Brought down well by Hoare, who's trying to go down around the outside. Team's trying to follow. Ball down the channel, and back it will go for Charlesworth. Now back to Townsend. Takes touch now, sends it long. Looks for Tinkerboy, headed away here by Middleton. Gundry heads it out, and then returned it by number 8, Abbott, who gets it onto the left wing. Bates had it, but he was tackled out to Watson, who gets it looking for the overlap for O'Connor. That gets blocked out for a Stocksbridge throw-in. Quickly taken by Watson, but it's not been allowed for the quick throw, but we will see Stocksbridge substitute aplenty. A triple substitution.
Alex O'Connor is 14, Sam Kay.
Sam Kay will replace Alex O'Connor, the former Cleethorpes
Number
player.
10, James Morris is 15,
James Morris will go off.
Barnett.
He's been replaced by Barnett.
And place number 11, Jack Watson is 16, Jack Watson.
Jack Rushin. Will this triple substitution start a comeback? Attendance here has been confirmed. 362 people here. Fantastic attendance for the Steels as we enter this new division. All on the right hand side with Charlesworth, now to Turner, going back to Charlesworth, sends it down the channel. Rawson will head it up, but no one's there for it. It's just not working now, putting the ball into the air. Cleethorpes dealing with it very simply. It would be a fair game out goal here, and that's getting to be concerning streak we outscoring, especially as it's the start of the season. As the throw-in is sent over, out and Brezlak tries to go in the ball, get a bit of it, but Cleethorpes will keep it. Looking for the switch to Walker, but Tinker wins it, heads it back to Townsend. And Townsend, if he thought quickly, could have found Tinker, but he's just going to slow it down. Launch forward, headed away. Kay will win it, knocks it outright, looking for Turner, but way too far for him and cleared away. Back to Gundry. Gundry sends it forward. Barnett will challenge it. It's headed back, look for Rawson, but Abbott onto it first. Abbott will boot it away. Brought down on the chest. Back into midfield. And Abbott, poor diagonal past Turner. Don't think even he expected the interception. Trims it out to the right. It finds Charlesworth, but comes off his knee and he's asked to go backwards. Sideways to Kay, who's just come on, a former Cleethorpes player. God, we'd like that former player curse right about now. Ball goes to the right to Charlesworth. Back it goes now to Owen. Owen now over to Gundry. Gundry controlled sideways to Turner and back to Gundry. Left-footed down the channel, looking for Tinker. Tinker got a head onto it, but he can't get any direction. Goes out for a throw-in. There's 20 minutes and a bit to go. Cleethorpes have a substitute. So you can see what the board is. So number 16, Jack Van, the midfielder, he's going to come on and replace Bailey Conway. More physicality in the midfield. Used to try and hold on to 2-goal lead. Middleton for the throw-in. Throw forward, headed into the midfield, brought down by Grezlak. Tried to find Wilson, but blocks him back to Grezlak. Forward looking for the Grushi, but cleared away again to Gundry. Knocked it over to Tinker. Tinker touched it back to Gundry. It's a lovely turn away from pressure from Nicky Walker, but it has to give it back to Owen. To the right, not forward and back into defence, and carried for like Charlesworth, but blocked and out. And there's play challenge that not penalised by Stocksbridge on Cleethorpes, and ball not forward, and then Owen's going to track it and he's going to head it back to Townsend so that the Steels can reset. They've lost ball again in an advanced position. Looked for by Foster. Back into defence it goes. With Townsend out to Gundry. Now Owen takes his time forward to Brezlak, who does a nice turn. He's been held by Van, but gets it out to Rawson. He's got options on the right. Finds that option. Charlesworth puts a low cross in, dangling. Back behind Barnett. Hit. Blocked off the line. Degushi stopped by the keeper. How's that gone in? Once again, a scramble for the Steels. Just doesn't work out. And now a counter-attack. It's 3-on-3 for Cleethorpes. Ball looking for Walker. Blocked by Gundry. Came off his chest. Appeals for handball. Is going to loop to Walker now. But Gundry gets to it first and heads it back to Townsend. What a ball from Charlesworth. If Barnett had just got onto that and hit it well like he did at Barnsley in the friendly, it could be 2-1 and the Steels back into this game. Ball knocked over the top, looking for Rawson. Rawson on the right. Putting the ball in. Looking for Barnett. Took a shot, he's blocked again. It's going to go out, but this is better from the Steels. Back on the left, ball into the middle. here. Barnett on it. Looking for the cross, look for the far post. Rawson gets a shot, near post and side netting. But that's what Barnett offers, is those crosses into the box. And I thought he was going to start today, Jordan Barnett, after very impressive forms coming on against Ashton, and now Battersby looks down injured. But he's going to need some treatment. Surprised he didn't start. I suspect if he continues putting balls like that in, he will get a start on Saturday when we're away, home to Warrington Rylands or so. So well, just waiting for Battersby as he's getting his treatment. Quite a lengthy treatment. Rawson's getting a bit of a chat with the referee. He's unhappy about something. Rossington May are 1-0 up on Penistone Church. Archie Micklethwaite, the scorer. South Yorkshire derby going the way of the Doncaster team. Say South Yorkshire derby in non-league, that hour and a bit probably to drive between Penistone and Rossington. Don't feel very local derby. Now back, and Battersby is back up and well, and will get the game back underway again. 16 minutes for the Steels to try and get back a 2-goal lead. Gundry headed away. Barnett bringing the ball down well. Out to Grejlak, forward to Rawson, then to Barnett. Barnett forward to Gucci, let it go past him, was looking for Grejlak but blocked. But this is better from the Steels, and maybe that's something we need. We need to use Barnett and DeGruchy more starting to create this style of play. That's been much more effective at creating opportunities against Cleethorpes. Ball now goes here to Josh Walker, edge of the area. Cleethorpes goes sideways, poor pass, Tinkle will get it, but not a great touch. He gets it out to Rawson, he holds it up, goes backwards here to Kay, who tries to knock it at the top, slices it, but goes to Turner, who then knocks it forward, headed away by London. Now back here, Walker, who switches poor, and it will go for a goal kick. So we've seen better attacking play since the substitutes for Stocksbridge. I'm wondering who I'm going to be interviewing after this. See, I don't know. I haven't seen like Richards. I imagine he's watching from the window. Going forward and over the top of Ross, and goes to DeGruchy and knocks out to left to Barnett. Barnett continuing forward. He's going to try a Daniel into the middle, but puts away for it, made it back to Grejlak. That's what Barnett does, as Gundry knocks the ball away. Goes to Kay. Back to Gundry. Knocks it forward, and to be chased for by Grejlak, and a bounce in the box, and Battersby will claim it. 76 minutes gone in this game. 14 to go. Battersby kicks the ball long. Not a great touch. He gives it right to Cleethorpes. Bateson's going to run at the defence now. Into the box on the left-hand side. Charles have coming towards him. Puts crossing blocks. Corner kick to the Owls. So back now for a Cleethorpes corner. Time is being taken now as Cleethorpes look to wind down this clock. We'll see if the referee can spot his watch hand as well. So he can't spot the line on the side of a pitch. So looking for the far post. It's looped over everyone. It's a poor corner in the end. And it's been won here by Tinker. Tinker forward to Barnett. Being held up sideways to Tinker. Tinker, the switch, looking for Rawson. It's a good pass, tries to chase it down, and then robbed of the ball. Back he goes. DeGruchy could get onto it. Battersby gets to it just about. And out he goes for a Stockbridge throw-in. This is the best Stockbridge I've looked in this game, but Cleethorpes will make a substitution. I think purely to try and stop that bit of momentum the Steels they had. And Reece Kendall is making his way on. A defensive choice on for Adam Hall.
Is 14, Reece Kendall.
forward for Charlesworth. Back it will go. Going then forward to Charlesworth. Forward looking for Rawson, who chests it down, trying to turn. Trying to get down the channel, but blocked, and then a tackle stops Stocksbridge from getting it back. Forward it goes, being held up now by Josh Walker. Back into midfield. Abbott being harassed by Grezlep and gets it out to Ferrero's. Cleared it out. Barnett's trying to chase onto this switch. Gets a shove in his back, goes over, free kick Stocksbridge. As Barnett's waiting for the ball to be returned to him. It's not come back just yet from the Cleethorpes bench. And then Cleethorpes took 2 balls onto the pitch. And Rouse, when Barnett chucks it back, Rouse is angry about it. They're trying to claim, the Cleethorpes bench are trying to claim their ball back, and they have got it back, but it has wasted now more time, which is... And now short to Barnett from Townsend. Barnett will now take the cross. It's a good looking cross, met by Battersby though, who catches it well. And Battersby is now down after claiming that fairly comfortably, and now gets back up again. I think he may have just... Yeah, I think what he got from the referee was, you're going to get booked in a second if you don't get up immediately, which it is what's one of the things that referees are concentrating on, as a clearance from Tinker's blocked it out for a goal kick. Also the 8-second rule, if the keepers can't hold on for longer than that. It shows you it's working. The referee puts his 8 into the air and the keeper spotted it. 2 more substitutes for Cleethorpes. Josh Ayres is going to come on for his Cleethorpes debut. He places his fellow Josh Walker.
Number 11, Nicky Walker.
Nicky Walker will be replaced by Andriucci. Ball forward from Townsend. Rawson trying to get to it, trying to hold it on. He's been held. He can't get to the ball after being held, but not spotted. Ball forward by Farah. Just lumps it, will go out to play. When do the robots start refereeing? AI can make us a load of pictures, but can it get us a referee yet? As Andriucci just passed his man with ease, he's going forward, trying to get it onto his right, passes another man, takes a shot, wide of the near post, but he was dangerous. Ball taken short too. Oh, and he's going to look a bit long now, looking for Rawson. Control, he can't keep it in, and it's going to go out for a throw-in. There's not really, well, Thomas Poole could come on as another attacking option soon if the Steels think they need it. Jack Cook could probably put himself about a bit as well. Wonder if we might see that soon. We are in the last 10 minutes now. Stocksbridge just got a free kick for a push in the back. Ball back now with Townsend, who will send it forward, headed away. Kay will get it forward, goes to Grezlep on left, who controls it well, spins away from a challenge, and then Cleethorpes able to get away with a tackle. Andriucci on the ball now, sends it forward, pass forward blocked though by Gundry, sideways to Owen. Owen forward to Turner, has to go back to escape pressure, back right to Charlesworth. Into the middle to Rawson, who's very deep, to Gundry, sideways to Barnett, forward looking for Tinker, back to Barnett, knocked it over the top looking for De Gruchy, headed away, throw in Stocksbridge. Can the Steels try and cause a bit of drama here as we in the last 10? Forward, but the tackle goes in and Cleethorpes clear. Gundry will look to challenge for, he's going to allow it to go out for a throw in with Ayres in his back, thrown out to Owen. Ayres is going to go press. Owen out wide now to Turner, drop back, forward to Kay. Kay sends it down the channel. Look for Charles Huff. Just going to go a bit ahead of him out for a throw-in. 82 minutes and 50 seconds gone. Time is ticking away for the Steels. And here comes Thomas Poole. He is going to replace Tom Charlesworth, and well, he's no stranger to drama.
Still substitution in place number 2, Tom Charlesworth.
The last time he played here in a competitive match, he scored the goal in the 110th minute that sent us to the playoff final. Throwing here for Cleethorpes to be taken by Farah, sent forward, knocked into the middle, won by Turner. Turner knocks it over the top, and then Rawson will get penalised for a foul for a push in the back as they're trying to go even with the ball. It will be a free kick for Cleethorpes, a chance for them to get the ball away. With the goalkeeper, Battersby, as the Seals look like they're going to be set for the first loss at home, in their first match at home. Cleethorpes can't keep that in. That linesman knows when it's gone out to play, even when it's being contested. We're not bitter or anything about it. But, you know, do expect that sort of thing to be spotted. Ball goes back now out to Owen. Control forward, knock the ball forward. Not on to Degushi, just lose control. Rawson battles for it, and then it's being given. I don't even know what the foul is for there. Cleethorpes have got a free kick. We're still wondering what it's about. It's, yeah, not a vintage game for the referee. His observer, I think, is going to be having a long conversation, mostly about, do you know what a white line is?
Never mind the mullet in your moustache.
Ball going forward from Battersby as looking to use it now. Goes in the middle. Cleethorpes right down. They go down in the box. Rouse appeals for a penalty. He's given it. Oh my. This is, well, again, I'm going to go no comment because I don't want to get into too much trouble tonight. But it's a penalty to Cleethorpes. It's if that's a foul, there's about 50 fouls every minute. And up steps now. Reece Kendall taking the penalty. I mean, this is. I don't even have words, to be honest, because the words you're not allowed to say on the radio. Reece Kendall has the penalty here. On a very soft one is the kindest thing I can say. Kendall takes top corner. Cleethorpes are 3-0 up, and well, it's 3-0 from a penalty, and I'm not going to say any more because I don't want to get into too much trouble. That's the long and short of it. The last substitute for Stocksbridge is coming on. Jack Crook will make his debut. He's going to replace Oliver Grejlak. Crook will make his substitution. Colin Barnett's had a few words with the referee as it goes on. As we enter the 87th minute.
Place number 7, Oliver Grejlak, is 12, Jack Crook.
The game's over now, if we're being honest.
Today's attendance is 362.
Tinker heads it out, and Barnett will knock it forward, looking for Degushi, but headed away into midfield. Back it goes to Turner, forward to Barnett, then back to Turner, then back to Gundry. Knocked forward, looking for Degushi, the run of Degushi. After he gets it, bit of a collision between the two. Battersby will stay down afterwards. And he will then get up after that. There was no appeals for that penalty from anyone other than the bench. And, well, it's a rouse game today, I think it's what we'll say. His plan, his bench plan, has worked. K on the ball. Turns out of trouble. Back into defence. In midfield now for Turner. Out foul for Tinker. Carrying forward. Takes a block and before he gets behind it will be cleared away. Headed away by Gundry. Back out to Owen. Forward. 2K. He's going to go ricochet all the way back now to Townsend. All right, now to Owen now as the Seals are just slowly going through this, slowly getting towards the end. They are pressing, they're trying to get some a consolation goal would be a bit confidence boost considering we haven't scored yet. Gundry carrying on. Now out to Barnett. Goes into the midfield. Tries to get in the middle looking for Crook, but gets tackled. Dundles through and Barnett continues. Goes into the back of his man. No foul given. Cross going in, headed towards the edge of the area. Cleethorpes then do get it away, but Stocksbridge get it back to Kay. Kay to Degushi, trying to find the run of Poole, but blocked and out it goes to Ayres. Headed in by Gundry. Didn't see where the header was going, and now Cleethorpes looks forward to Ayres. Townsend's out to get it, takes a touch away from Ayres, and then will send it downfield. Headed away though by Van, and Ayres will try to get to, but Townsend's on it again, and he'll send it back down the channel again and out for the Cleethorpes throw-in. And there is Degushi, looks like he may unfortunately have got injured again. Got injured in a warm-up game just days before the start of the season, and now it looks like the same issue is coming up again. Breaking play for treatment to Degushi. We've only just got him back from the injury that ruled him out the opening game. It'd be a blow because he's been positive since coming on. And it looks like he had the hamstring injury in that warm game. Looks like that might well have happened again. All subs made. Stocksbridge will be down to 10 men for whatever how much added time there's going to be. Shortly, Degushi is off. It will be Stocksbridge down to 10 men. Caps off a miserable night at Brackenmore, where, let's be honest, it's been dictated by one man, but he's not one any of the players on the pitch. He's been the centre of the show, and you never say good things when that's the case. Henderson Church got a last-minute equaliser against Rossington. Sam Scriven's the scorer. Is trying to get the ball away. It's in their own area. They knock it out. It will eventually dribble out for Stocksbridge throw in the end. Haven't seen the board go up, but we've had a minute of added time given. This leg will be over pretty soon. Game is pretty much done at this point. Ball forward and Eacup. Cleethorpes are going to try and make it to be 4 now. Coming out, back it goes into midfield. Cross going in, cleared away. As it goes, then knocked back and will go out for a Cleethorpes throw-in. Again now for throwing from Charlesworth. The header goes right back, and Charlesworth will get another throw-in in that area. Charlesworth with the Poole taking that throw-in, apologise. Sends it forward, headed away into midfield. Goes back and Stocksbridge trying to midfield, but Cleethorpes going to come away with it. The spirit of the Stock side can be killed by that third penalty. It's going to be 4 here. Ayres trying to dribble, takes a shot, he's offside. That stops it. Taken, and Townsend being scored. Anyway, Townsend will take it, and as he takes his free kick, blocked by Ayres. And Ayres will get a yellow card for obstruction. And how dare the Cleethorpes bench try and complain at that? When it's gone, when they've had this match on strings. shot forward from Townsend. Going to be headed away. Ayres will knock it on, look to the left wing, but Owen will turn it out. Poole tries to get into his field. It does ricochet out. Crook can't get onto it though, and it's not sent down the channel. Gundry will have to be first to it. He's got Andrucci basing him. Back to Townsend, who will pass it out into midfield to Turner, who's dropped deep to collect. 3 minutes out of time have gone. Tinker's gone forward. He's holding it up. Knocks it over the line. Look at the runner. Barnett finds him really nicely. Barnett will put the cross in low. Sliding shot, and it's a consolation. Thomas Poole scores the first goal of the NPL Premier era. It's not one that's going to matter too much, but you know, that's the dub end. So the Steels will have a goal, and that is the positive we can take from tonight. And Cleethorpes will get the game back underway here. Trying to clear in. Stocksbridge get the ball back. Kay get it forward to Rawson, trying to turn out, but he is tackled. And then ball is cleared away. Well, flicked in through the middle, and it's interesting. We don't referee's decisions. Would you say it'd be 1-1? As well forward to Rawson. Trying to get it out to left to Barnett. Back to Kay, knocked forward. It's a good ball. Tinker will to chase onto it. Turned out that Callum Foster done a good job all night. And then he'll send it down the channel. Gundry trying to fight for it. Will do. Get it forward, but only back to Cleethorpes, who send it away. Ball bounces as Ayres will contest it. And Stocksbridge fans over to left are still singing. God bless them. As that will be full time. Cleethorpes get the win. But where did the assist come from? The first goal went out of play by about half a yard in front of us, but game carried on, not spotted by the linesman. 20 seconds later, Adam Hoare had it in the back of the net. Stocksbridge didn't settle down after that. They didn't really recover, and that allowed Nicky Walker to place a precise strike into the middle. Well, a Stocksbridge pressed, a counter, and a very, very soft penalty led to Rhys Kendall scoring a brilliant penalty it was from the spot. Stocksbridge got a consolation at the end with Thomas Poole, but it is 3-1 to Cleethorpes. Stocksbridge will still look for their first win in. We're back at home on Saturday as we are at home to Warrington Rylands. We'll see you there, or we'll see you on the chat here. Thank you very much to everyone listening. We hope we'll see you on Saturday. I've been Adam Allcroft. Good night.